95.1 FM and AM 1420 WIMS. I'm Jackie Beisel, filling in for Rick today for Living the Life with Rick and Mary. And we have the Duneland Chamber in studio today.
That's right. So it's really Living the Life with Jackie and Mary
Jackie
today.
and Mary, yes.
We miss you, Rick.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a great show.
Yeah.
And it's October, which
Yes.
is crazy. So it's our October Chamber Corner already. It's nuts. But we're
Yeah.
so happy to have Maura back, and she has brought an awesome guest with her too. So welcome, Maura.
Thank you.
And Emerson too. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, about what you're doing here. Everybody knows who you are, and we love when you're here. And tell us who you brought with you.
Okay, well, I'm Maura Durham for all the new listeners on Chamber Corner and Living the Life. My name's Maura again, and I'm the Chamber President of the Duneland Chamber, and I have been for 5 years, and just excited to be here and kind of telling you guys all about what's going on.
Yay.
And I brought with me Emerson Delaney, who is a great town representative. So, Emerson.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome. Woo! We're glad you're here too. And I said I love your name. I just love it. I love it. It's gorgeous. So tell us a little bit about yourself and about what your role is then.
Well, my name's Emerson Delaney. I'm a councilman, third term in the town of Chesterton. Been married, actually, the other day was 37-year wedding
Oh,
anniversary.
yay. Congratulations. That's
Same
wonderful.
Wonderful woman. I gave her 4 boys, so.
Oh my
I have
goodness.
she's a saint.
She must be. I have 5 kids and not all boys. I can't imagine. Let me tell you.
So,
It's fun.
Yep.
It's fun.
Well, anyhow, I represent the town of Chesterton, which is, we all know, it's a growing community.
Oh my goodness, so much.
I can't wait to see what the next census run is going to
Yeah.
be. We've got a lot of residential housing that is just developing. There's 6, 7 different that are being built, and one has got 220 homes in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, we one time, I know, Maura, when you were here, we were talking about development as far as
Yeah, we had Paul
community.
Boyder on.
Yeah, and it was a fabulous show,
chairman,
but it was crazy how many residential places are really going up. You see these little communities that are just being built literally from scratch, and it's
Quiet
so
little
neat.
sleepy town.
Yeah.
Chesterton has been known as a bedroom community, but we are expanding, and our focal point really is in the healthcare industry. And if you think about it, just south of us is a fairly new hospital, Port
Right.
Memorial. To the north of us and in town is Franciscan. And then we have several new senior care centers, memory care, that are going up in town with some existing ones. So, yes, it is really growing. And if you really think about it, you take the big picture, and a lot of people are coming out this way from the West.
Right.
Okay, because our taxes are reasonable, and we are kind of on the last frontier, the Porter-LaPorte County line, even Michigan City, LaPorte area. You can still commute to the Chicago market,
Right.
if that's where your job takes you. And so a lot of people are seeing the benefits of coming out here with the lower taxes, the quality of life,
Right.
as spread out as it is.
That community feel,
Yes.
You know what, when you mentioned community feel too, so when Emerson's talking about all these bigger companies that kind of seem, farther away from like a smaller community like we're talking about, they are so ingrained with us. Like they come to like the chamber all the time. So you're talking about, when we're talking about like the Rittenhouses and saying, hey, how can I connect with the community now that we're here and we're building? We were just at Franciscan for What's Up Wednesday yesterday as a group, and we were having a blast. And they were doing a big like rise and roll sale and stuff. Right, I know.
Which
Thank
you
you.
had for breakfast.
Which was amazing, by the way. Thank you.
Bring
Thank
us
you,
any.
Fritz.
great way to start your day
I did
off,
not
I'll
share.
tell
I
you.
did share with my kids though, and they were super excited.
Well, that was nice.
and bouncing off the walls by the time they got to school. Sorry, teachers.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to go back, like the businesses that are locating in our community still have that, small town, like how do I get involved? How do I connect with people? We want, we're part of, the bigger picture, in that sense, which is really nice, because it could be kind of that cold feeling of these big corporations coming and, they're employing so many of our residents that are coming into town. That's a reason why we're attracting so many people.
And that definitely adds to quality of life. Absolutely. I mean, when we talk about that, you want to feel good about what you're doing and who you're working for and who you're working with. And, getting to know them a little bit better, that relationship, developing that makes quality of life a lot better all the way around. So,
speaking of quality of life, one of the things we're trying to build, and what she just touched on, is the fact that what is the great American dream that, well, okay, I'm a little older, so, but live and work in the community.
That's right.
Okay, and that's what we are really trying to do. And as stated earlier, there's a lot of people coming out this way. And yes, we have 2 major expressways. Yes, they're crowded. It's fun sitting in that traffic. Not really. But we also have the South Shore double track that's getting ready to take place. And that is just going to open this whole area up tremendously. The growth. In Munster, where I grew up, there's a lot of people jockeying for positions for the South Line going on. And some of the development that can take place along that route. We're going to experience a lot of the same thing here. So we're just trying to look at our quality of life, and there's just so much going on, not just in Chesterton, the whole Duneland area. It really, it's changing. It really is.
I can't believe how much has just changed in the last few years, know.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, and just the big plan. I love that when we talk about the big picture plan and all of it. Every month you have so much to share with us.
Well, and we were talking big picture. That was the one thing. I was at Park Board. Was it 2 nights ago?
Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies, right? And they were talking about how they're going to start looking at their comprehensive plan, and I'm so excited because there are so many hidden gems still that we haven't even talked about in the area. So I mean, there's Coffee Creek Park, not to be confused with the other Coffee Creek Watershed Preserve that you guys see driving on 49. There's this hidden beautiful park walkway area around Coffee Creek behind all the businesses in Calumet. Would love to see some some revitalization
you
there.
Should do a chamber corner out there one day.
Oh, we're going sledded. They
have
there we go.
Sweet.
You didn't know we have a sledding hill there. There's a pond back there.
Yeah, people are talking about ice skating. I'm like,
ago, they
no one would know.
Ice skates.
No one would know.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Again, things have changed. And the way the tax structure works in the state, communities, they don't get a lot back.
Yeah.
We pay our taxes, But just give you an example. For every dollar, and I can only commit for Chesterton, every dollar you pay in taxes, the town gets 11 cents. That's it. And we have to make things work with that. That is for all the services, public safety, street, parks, police, fire, on and on and on. And in the state of Indiana, we can't, not to the east of us, to the west of us. Okay, let's enact this tax. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't do that here in Indiana. We can't do that.
Right.
It's written in our Constitution. So we have to look at different ways to pay for things. But going back to the hidden gems, there's another thing that you don't know about Coffee Creek Park, which is behind our downtown. Part of the long-range plan, yes, amphitheater down there. And there's people that fish down there, believe it or not, in Coffee Creek.
I believe it.
Being the cleanest freshwater stream in Porter County.
Wow.
Yes.
That's nice.
A lot of people don't know that. So, but kayaking and canoeing
that would
is
be
also
awesome.
being looked at.
Needs to happen.
Along
It's
that.
so much fun.
Yeah.
That's so much fun. That adds such a fun family day where you can stay local, and that is such a great idea. I'm shocked by that 11 cents stat
That's
you
it.
just threw out.
That's it.
Which, I think that if people knew that, if enough people knew that, it might alleviate some of the frustration they feel when they are, complaining about their taxes and stuff. And we should, why in the world would we have to pay for this or get a parking ticket, you know what I mean, if you're parked in the wrong spot. I think that's a perfect example to say the city, or at least the Chesterton, has so little to work with when you're talking that. I mean,
And
that's
it's not just
crazy.
us, it's all the others. It fluctuates here and there, a penny here. But you know what? Let's talk about segue into chamber stuff and the town stuff. The biggest driving force that the listeners out there can do is support local business.
Absolutely.
People, I mean, you look, downtown Chesterton is not that big, okay? And there is a big push to do some things down there. And it's going to cost money.
Yeah.
And we have to be creative on ways to find it and give quality of life. Yes, I mean we're going to make some streetscaping changes. We're going to change some stuff. We're going to try to add some more parking. But the biggest thing is to support the local businesses. Here we have people that have invested their life, their funding, their future. What we need is support. A lot of businesses in Chesterton, and I don't want to name any, have actually gone away. And, well, why are they going away? Why'd they close up? Well, without mentioning a name, perfect example, there was a national chain restaurant where you can go in and sit down, and it was very nice, but they closed it because it was one of the most underperforming in their group of restaurants.
Yeah.
So what we need is local support.
I think
we need the locals to support it. It will help pay for it. It will all come back in the end. It really will.
Yeah, very well said. And, I think, I know Jackie can attest to this too, just working with Rick, that's something he's always promoted since he's been in the community.
Yeah.
Is, local business and supporting each other is how everybody wins, and I think that is so worth repeating, too. I think that's fabulous.
And I don't know if the two of you have visited downtown Chesterton recently. Okay. Yeah. European
Oh, yeah.
market.
No, I grew up in Chesterton, so I'm always in
All right,
Chesterton.
well, good. We're all from somewhere,
Yeah.
And I call Chesterton my home, have for 20 years now. It's been a great community for raising our 4 boys. So, but
Yeah.
if you look at, you've seen it. We, our park department actually purchased a caboose and a boxcar because for years we've been looking at different ways. Okay, we want to put a bathroom in Thomas Park.
Yeah.
Centennial Park used to be called Railroad Park. It's got an identity crisis, but our park board is actually going to be addressing that. So, but our park board has grasped what our town was built on. Our town was built on the railroads.
Right.
Okay, so we bought a boxcar and we bought a caboose. The caboose is going to be an ongoing for the next year or two. A warming center, rent it out for kids' parties. What
That's
a great
so
way to
cool.
have
That'll
a
be
party
so
for a kid
Right,
in a
right.
train car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the bathrooms, I was in there the other day. I don't know, did you get in there and look at it?
It's been a while. I haven't seen the progress.
It's like you're going to be in there and you go, whoa.
That's
Wow,
so
this
neat.
is really neat.
We talked
So
about that
cool.
early in the year, the plan for those, and man, I've been so excited to see how that develops and to get in there and check it out. What a
It's
cool
a huge
idea.
asset for the town.
Yeah.
So we're embracing what our town was built on. Okay. And with that, I'm going to just go right into it. Okay. It's one of the things that have been discussed out there is a quiet zone for the town of Chesterton. No
Really?
train horns. You've been to the European market.
Yeah.
I've
I've been broadcasting from the European market.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. But
It still surprised me that people will just stop talking. I'm going, I would get nothing done in my day if people stop.
It's like-
If I
Yeah.
stopped talking during my
Right.
work day with
it's
that
like the
train
Jay
going
Giles.
wild.
I think it's
Yeah.
Jay Giles' song. Freeze frame. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 stop.
Yeah, for sure. I know. It's funny. It's funny how used to it you just become, and you don't even register it.
We are looking at it. We are addressing it. It is costly.
Really.
It is. But well, you heard the train.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's loud.
Between 86 and 92 trains in a 24-hour period through that main set of tracks
Oh my
in town.
gosh.
Okay? But keep in mind, all right, that's not the only set of railroad tracks
Right.
in town. So, again, here we go with the big picture. We gotta look at the big picture. If we do it for one, we got to
Yeah.
do it for the others.
Right.
Okay? So, it could be costly.
What's the costly part, if you don't mind my asking? Is it
It's up in
the
the air.
guardrails and all of the lights, or what is the?
The costly part is
I mean, what's causing it to
only the railroad engineers, Norfolk and Southern, Canadian Northern, pick one, but most of it is Norfolk and Southern. Only their engineers can engineer the design.
be costly? Okay.
Only they can do the work.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
they set the rules, they set the regulations. They were there first.
Yeah.
Okay, we built up around them. So, but with knowing that, and it's going to be a process, it's going to cost some money.
Yeah.
Not sure how, there are some grants out there available for it,
That's good.
but minimal.
Right.
So it will end up being on the back of the majority of probably on the back of the residents, but we've got to be very diligent how we do this. Because if we're going to do it, is it fair to somebody that lives Westwood or Abercrombie on the west part of town? I don't know. It's hard
Yeah.
to say. It's a tough.
Well, hopefully all of those guys are coming to downtown to shop, and they'll understand.
They'll
Or,
appreciate
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
certainly.
sitting
Yeah.
out to dinner, and hopefully on these expanded sidewalks that maybe we'll have too in the future. Just throw.
Or else put
No,
our
no,
own
that's
agenda in
part-
there.
that's
And,
part
you
of
know,
it.
you never know.
Yeah, our school system is absolutely wonderful. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
we came out here. We had
Oh.
friends that lived out here, and they said, "Oh, you come to Chester. Dunland Schools is great."
Yeah.
And you know what? Dunland Schools is great.
Yeah, absolutely. We did
They-
a show on that too. Was that 2 months ago?
I think so.
Focused a lot on the
Yeah, Dr.
new
Bollinger
developments.
came out
Yeah,
and-
on the
and John
one-on-one
Okay.
electronic this year. You know,
That's
that's
great.
just it was a great show. We had a lot of really good responses from that because the school system is so great.
Yeah, the whole area is growing. I mean, here we are. I don't know if anybody's been out here before, but you still wooded right here.
Yeah,
Where you're
right.
located. Okay, but you go a half a mile that way, and there's
It's
businesses.
it's town, right?
Yeah.
It's town. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have the same thing in Chesterton. We have the same thing in Porter. Burns Harbor's the same way. They're growing. They're looking at a lot of different ways to enhance their proposed downtown and park.
Yeah.
And a lot of good things because people are coming this way.
And people care, and I love that. And it is ever evolving and changing. But I love the effort that you guys and your teams put into creating the plan to say, okay, we know we're all excited about it, but what are we going to do to keep enhancing it, keep it growing, and keep bringing people? I think is just fabulous, super exciting. And Maura, you always have exciting things to tell us about. Can you tell us what's going on in the month of October?
Well, I was going to say too, so when you're talking about all the things that you want to see in a community, obviously getting out to vote is a huge part of that.
Absolutely.
You want to vote for the leaders that have the same vision in mind for you, that will push for it, that really have the residents in mind at the end of the day. And it's not easy. You put yourself out there as candidates, and I mean it's out there for the community to see, and it's a hard job.
It is hard.
But you know what? At the end of the day, we have our candidate forum that's going to be on October 24th, and it will be hosted at Sand Creek from 11:30 to 1. We have about 20 candidates coming, including the state senator Karen Talion, quite a few that are running for school board, a lot
That's
of
a
a
lot
lot
of
of county
people. I mean,
offices,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
county offices. So they'll all have about 2 minutes approximately to kind of talk about what we can expect from them as leaders.
Do people need to register to attend?
They
or
should
anything?
register. You can call our office at 219-926-5513. Or you can go online at dunlandchamber.org, and then you can just register straight online. So that would just to kind of encompass everything that myself and Emerson were discussing today. I would say that that's kind of first and foremost. Get in there, figure see what the plans are, where we've been,
Right.
and where the next generation of leaders
You
is
can
trying
only-
to take us.
And if I may interject, you
Yeah.
can. There's a lot of local papers, okay, but you're just getting one when they interview the candidates. How old are you? What's your vision? Yada yada yada. You only get so much in print. Whereas if you go to these candidate forums,
Yep.
you can hear them. You can hear what their passion is.
Yeah.
You could see it.
There's-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make your own educated decision. So
I think that's perfect.
And, if you're like me and you really want to have like a specific thing that you want to talk about, then you could back them into a corner.
Well,
no, I'm
that's
just
it.
joking.
What's your stance on this?
She is not going to let you out of here until you answer her
I'm
question.
not going.
I love it, but I do think it's important because sometimes we, as the just the community members, don't necessarily know. We might not care about all the issues, but there might be a thing or two that we truly are passionate about.
Absolutely.
And it's hard to find that candidate that you can feel real good that has maybe the same passion or same drive about that particular thing.
Yeah.
So
And I find it really
it's
hard
a great
when
way to do
people
it.
have an opinion and state it after the fact. It's
Yeah.
like, get involved. Get
That's it.
involved. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, and a
obviously,
lot of those
I stand
opinions-
on this all the time and just like, get involved and do the little
A lot of
things.
those opinions come out in print, letters to the editors. Social media is the biggest
Yeah. Oh.
biggest driver. That
Yeah.
you get these comments and what were they thinking? Yada yada yada. So rather than that's fine. You can do that, but go listen. In like our town council meetings, I would love if more people would come.
That's a good point.
And
Yeah.
just come.
How do people get involved in that if they're interested in coming? Is that
Address, date, and time. Go.
yeah,
Address,
date and time? Is that a normal?
Second and fourth Monday,
Okay,
7 p.m., Chesterton Town Hall, 8th and Broadway.
perfect.
We have a new website. Every agenda is on there. Every meeting, park board, you want to know what's going on. If there's something you want to be involved in, there's a public session. The president will say, is there any
Oh, okay,
comments
like
from the
open
public?
forum kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's really
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
That's nice.
Civility is key issue.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's been some topics that. But go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's
No,
right.
it's
More.
such
What
good
else?
points.
What
I
else?
mean, honestly,
What else is going on
we
in
could
the
have
month
you
of
back all
October?
day, man. I'm telling you.
And we're going to get inundated with lots of little witches and Power Rangers and,
Yeah.
Are you
Harry
talking
Potters
about
and-
the candidate forum?
Maybe that too.
No.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
So that
Sorry. She's trying to say the downtown trick-or-treating in
Yes,
Chesterton,
yes,
which
yes.
is taking place on what date?
October 26th.
October 26th. And
And
if you haven't experienced this thing, let me tell you, we've had to close the streets.
I love it.
Working with the police department, closing the streets from, I
4
think
to
it's
6. Yeah.
Indiana
Yep.
to the railroad tracks on Calumet, and then
Okay.
on Broadway from Calumet to what? 4th? 3rd?
Yep. 3rd.
3rd Street?
Yep.
And
Right by my office.
Little Witches and Goblins? You can't even see the pavement.
That's so
There are
cute.
so
And the
many
small
people.
businesses that are all along that road,
Yeah.
they're spending hundreds, if not thousands, because we expect over 1,000 little
Wow.
trick or treat. Oh yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy. And then we invite all of our members that if they don't have a downtown location, that they can still set up a table in our parking lot
that's such a great
and pass
idea.
out candy. So I mean, it's a big deal. God, the firemen are involved. They bring out their truck, or the
lot
policemen
of
have their
lo-
car sometimes, and they'll pass
A
out
lot of
candy.
local organization, the Lions Club,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sonic Lodge,
That's great.
the VFW. I mean, they're all doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw, what a
And
fun
their members-
thing.
It is a lot of fun.
And then the market does it the next day. So that's the last day of our market is
Okay,
that
yeah,
following
please.
Saturday.
Wow.
So we run that market from 8 to 2 like normal. And it's so that's exciting. But then all of the vendors kind of do a fun spin and do a Halloween kind of contest amongst themselves
Oh.
on decorating their booths. And then they'll pass out candy to little trick-or-treaters.
Oh, how
they
cute.
do pumpkin painting. It's just a fun last kind of fall, like for us, last
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
fall.
Speaking of the market, like this Saturday, there's a market. The market is going on.
Oh,
yeah.
What else is going on at the market this
Right?
We I'm so glad you mentioned that. God, I bring you on all the time. We can tag team this. So Line Bike is coming out on this Saturday at our market. So if you're interested, they're going to bring demo bikes or scooters. I believe it's going to be the scooters. They could do both.
This is such a cool thing.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's something that the town is looking into and has been looking into for years. So it's kind of exciting to find a partner that's interested in coming out and putting up a demo so quickly. So this
Will you-
is all within the past
Will you
week.
tell us what Lime Bike even is? What is the?
Do you want to take that
We
one?
just got this information. We know what it's like. Divvy Bike and
Yeah.
in Chicago,
Yes.
Line Bike.
Yes.
It's another one, but I think their focus is this weekend is going to be more on the electric scooter.
They're so cool. They're just these little scooters. So I saw a PowerPoint on this, which is such a cool idea. And so they're the little scooters. They're nothing, you don't sit on them, you stand on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you stand on them and like zip around. We all know like the traditional hold the handlebars and push yourself.
I wish you guys could all see Mary doing this. I'm
acting it out. So this is like a little razor though, like that like idea, like the little razor.
It's electric.
Scooter. Yeah, it's such a cool idea.
And that's what we're hearing
and how fun.
As of the other day. I mean, it's like a pop-up. All of a sudden they called Jennifer Gonzalez.
So cool.
Yeah, they called the town. They've been working with Indiana Dunes Tourism, which we've had Lorelei on here talking about our efforts. So obviously you see all of the organizations coming together and kind of going, okay, this would work really well for tourism interested in it. They called the national park, so the national parks is on, and the Indiana State Park is on the thread.
How cool.
Then I'm on the thread and they're going, we would love to demo it, where we know that there's going to be over 1,000 people this weekend. You're our go-to, because obviously the beaches aren't going to be beautiful on Saturday, unfortunately. But it'll be great for a 3-dune challenge and looking at all the colorful leaves.
That's right. The hiking will be beautiful.
Mm-hmm. But this weekend, everyone's going to be at the market on Saturday.
Yeah.
And so that way, so they're going to demo it. So it's going to be our first go around on that. So you can probably call tourism office if you're interested in kind of more of the finite details on that.
What a fun thing to do.
So there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. I mean, there always is a lot going on. There really is. But this is such a cool thing. I got really excited when I realized, I know you had mentioned one time before about bike sharing concept, and then it's like, boom, here's this, check this out. It's just cool. And I love that you guys all work so well together that it just falls into place and it's right there that fast. And I think that's great. So it will be fun. I encourage everybody to get out there and try that. You guys have a great website with the events calendar on there that all of your members are able to post whatever they have going on.
Yep.
There's never a lack of things going, to do. So please check that out. Would you give us your website for sure?
It's again www.doolenchamber.org.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
that
you
was
guys.
awesome. Emerson, it was amazing to meet you. I would love to have you back again just to talk about, you're so involved, and it's very educational for us to listen to you talk. It's just so easy for you. I love that.
We talked about passion earlier. Yes, you can choose to just sit back and let it go its course, or you can be involved and try to make the community better.
Yes.
So, and
be proud of those
that is
things.
what I choose to do.
Well, we appreciate it, and we're so glad Maura brought you today. Thank you so much.
I have to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to Jenny Lee. It's her birthday in my
happy
office.
Birthday! Happy birthday!
You guys all know Beth really well, too. It's her birthday on Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, girls.
You guys are having cake and stuff then all week, so everybody should pop in.
We're celebrating today. Yeah.
Come over to the chamber building.
That's right. Pop in at the chamber for dessert. Feel free to bring cake, right?
I would say we might have something.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and I think that does it for our October Chamber Corner.
All right.
Well, thanks so much.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Wants to bring me down.